Welcome to the Rapscallions podcast with Steven, Nick, Dylan, Dustin, and Brandon.
Welcome in to the Rapscallions podcast, and we are the Rapscallions.
What's up, fellas?
Hello.
Hey, fellas and
everybody been up
fellettes. What's the haps?
Jeepers.
Hey.
So something. That's what I came up with.
Hey,
That was great.
kiddos.
That was
the
great.
Fuck? What's the haps? Okay.
Hi, all.
I don't think I ever say anything at the beginning.
Yeah, that was awesome. Okay. So, I was
You were
fixing. So, my dog constantly gets out of the damn backyard. He scours the fence line, the bottom of the fence line, looking for a place to get out. So I was in the process of fixing one of those holes he found, okay, this morning. And as I was putting in fixing the hole, I realized, I fixed the hole up and I was walking back, and I thought to myself,
Oh, yeah? It's just all blank up there,
I
huh?
dodged myself.
Brandon's just trouble.
yeah, I was distracted.
This story.
God damn it. All right. No, I thought to myself, do you think dogs are smart enough to realize that they are dumber than humans?
Are they, though?
How much weed do you smoke?
Seriously, no, I was, like I said, I was fixing it. It just got me thinking. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, you can't get out again, you know? And he walks over there and he looks at it and he's like, he sniffs it and then he walks away. He's like, I wonder if he realized that he just got his fucking ass whooped right now mentally. Like, bitch, I outsmarted you, you know?
I think they got a complex kind of like we got, whereas we feel we're the smartest species. I feel like they would probably think the same thing. And that, oh, this guy got lucky and found my hole.
So it's like the same for every, like, oh, it's a cat, you know? It's like, oh, yeah, cats probably think that cats are the smartest species.
Oh, cats clearly think that they are the smartest.
Yeah.
But it got me,
They're fucking assholes.
it got me, but I just was wondering that brought that question. The question arose.
Probably it was just strategizing. He's like, all right, gotta find a new area. Right?
Yeah, but I just thought, like, you know, do you think it runs to his head, like, damn, he outsmarted me? Or, like, God, I'm pretty dumb, huh? There's no way.
He's probably like, look at this dumbass thinking he can keep me in here.
This dumb fuck found my decoy.
I think
Putting all this work in this hole, I'm just going to make another one.
We're kicking off the podcast.
I don't think anything's running through his head at all. I think he's just blank. I think he's just looking at it going like, what the fuck are you doing? He's just focused on what's happening right there in that moment.
Is that a
No.
rock?
Yeah.
You don't think dogs have any kind of memory?
No, they do.
I believe they have memory. I don't think that they think over things like you think they do.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing is
It's all instinct.
well, yeah, dogs are smart. They're smart. They're a smart species, but do you think that they're smart enough, like, to be self-aware, you know, and be like, oh, you know what, like, I am way dumber than than these people that take care of me,
Because they get scared of their own shadow, they chase their own tail.
No, didn't they do a study about dogs have the mind of like a 6-year-old child or something?
That's no.
When they're like,
I think it's like
adult?
a 2-year-old or
No.
a 1-year-old, but no, not like a
it's like a
6-year-old child.
No, it's like 3-year-old.
Nobody knows. Let's just say that.
Yeah. That's
We're gonna
obviously what
debate.
No,
it is.
it might be this other age.
Well, I'm just saying. I
I'm
think.
feeling 4.5.
Well, they do that. I mean, I'm sure they do. You know, they do brain scans and see what the brain activity is, and
I mean, at this table, nobody knows.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, definitely, we're not. Nobody's an expert.
There were 4 different ages thrown out. No, I'm pretty sure it's actually this other one that's a year younger than the one you just said.
Yeah, you guys were all spitting it out like you knew it, but all your answers were dramatically different. So, just shut the fuck up and quit.
But no, I think I kind of agree with Dustin. I don't think they think about it.
I do think like they like learn, like they know not to do that the next time, but I don't think like it's like a thing like, hey, I'm gonna outsmart this. Like it's just kind of like if they see an option, they're gonna take it.
Yeah.
So we came with no topics, huh? We're talking about a damn dog.
We got stories, just
Or you
Small
got
talk.
problems with dogs?
Yeah. You fucking asshole.
We're like, are dogs smart?
First of all,
What would you rather be talking about? Quantum physics?
Yeah.
Tell me something about that. Nick.
murders.
Yeah.
Hey, you hear the girl down the street got hacked up yesterday?
All right.
No, I was just throwing it to Nick because that's something he would be interested in.
Comes from the guy that kicked off a podcast.
If somebody's not dying, I don't want to discuss it. Okay.
You stupid.
What?
hey.
I'm bigger than you, man. I don't know what to tell
Okay,
you.
stop fighting over the mic.
I'm not up all in. I'm just sitting here. I can't be over here.
Okay.
No, actually, this wasn't. This was just part of small talk, man. To answer your question, this isn't the topic, but since you mentioned it, and Nick obviously wants to move on to the topic, so today's topic is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just keeping Nick in suspense. Now it's 10 interesting stories throughout history.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
Let's
what's
get 'em
number
rolling.
one?
Number one is the first interesting story is it's about the serial killer's 175-year-old head in a jar.
So, tell me more.
Okay. No, that's it.
So he was
The
a
end.
175-year-old when he died.
Yeah. No, the head. It's 175 years after he died.
They still have
So
it
the
in
head's
jar.
older than that.
Yes. Yes.
We'll take that and his age, and then
Okay.
you got
Anyway.
the number.
No, it's
What's his name?
considered by many to be
Oh, okay.
Portugal's first serial killer. Diogo Alves is his name.
I
He's-
could have guessed that.
He was born in Galicia in 1810.
That's where I would have put him. With that
Yeah.
kind of name.
That was going to be your exact
Guess.
guess. Yeah, I know. He knew even where he was born and everything.
Well,
Instincts.
that's where a serial killer comes from.
So to move
What's going on?
to move on with the story, he began to travel, and he would travel. He would wait for farmers returning home. He would basically hide in their homes, and wait for them to come back. And when they would return, they would rob them. He would rob them, and then afterwards just throw them over the edge of because they were at an aqueduct. So he would wait for them to come. I guess they lived at the top of the aqueduct.
Mm-hmm.
They wait for them to come home, rob them, and then just throw them down. It's like 213.
Every victim?
Yeah,
So that was
213
kind
feet.
of his calling card, was just throwing people down.
Yeah, his calling card was robbing you and throwing you down a 213-foot aqueduct structure.
Yeah. That's what I would have said he
Nice.
did to
Yeah.
kill his victims.
Yeah, he did. He killed 70 people. in
Well,
the
if you
span
think
of-
about it, he could have potentially killed more than that if he was targeting farmers.
Yeah, because everybody was a fucking
Poor
farmer.
low class people that nobody's gonna care
People
if they go
relying
missing.
on that food to be grown for them. Hey, if nobody's there to do it, that food don't get grown, and those people don't get to eat.
Yeah. Hey, how come there's like not too many tomatoes around?
Yeah.
Well,
they
you
couldn't
know,
figure out how to start their own garden.
yeah, Bill jumped off the fucking aqueduct again. You know.
You've been having a lot of suicides
That's
here.
why.
lately.
That's why nobody else wanted to be a farmer. It's like something's going on. These farmers keep jumping off that cliff.
Farming must suck.
What was the point of
Fuck
this
it, we'll
guy?
just die.
So he killed. He killed 70 people. Is that what they know of in 3-year span?
Yeah, it has to be more.
Think about that though. That's a lot of
So
Did
people.
he
just
say he
waiting-
killed that many people, or did they say that he killed that many people? Because he probably has way more people he killed if it was just.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Most serial killers do. But anyway, so those are his crimes. But scientists at the time, so he died. Scientists wanted one at a time to study his head to determine the origin of his murderous nature. You know, like why was he a serial killer? Why did he enjoy killing people? And so it was they basically preserved it in a jar for study, and it's remained there ever since. And now it now sits at the University of Lisbon's Faculty of Medicine, where students can experience this chilling reminder of a horrifying man. They got serial killers.
So this guy
Is there
never
a
killed him. He just kidnapped and went and pushed him off a cliff. Like he
No,
never
he
like physically dumped the bodies out there after killing them. He just
He threw him off a building.
Yes, a 213-foot building. Yes,
for the fourth time.
yeah. But what?
I was asking. I mean, I don't know if he killed him and then dumped him.
No, they basically
or if he kidnapped him.
they
and
basically turned into
pushed
like
him.
it's like a water balloon. You know, they just splatter. So there's really nothing to get rid of.
He would stop them by the aqueduct, hold them up, rob them, and then throw them over the edge.
Is there a difference between like a killer's brain and like just a regular person? Like, what's the difference between a psychopath and a?
Was that? Well, that's the thing. That's what they were trying to figure out.
Have they
This is
figured it out?
This is back in the
I'm just asking you
1830s.
like you know.
Well, this is back in the 1830s. Well, yeah, they've done stories. That's kind of
Mindhunter.
yeah, Mindhunter
Yeah.
or and
No one actually knows.
what's that other oh my goodness.
Certain cognitive functions.
No, it's a TV show.
Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds. Yeah, that's what I mean. They, you know,
Yeah, they just like.
profile serial
It's
killers.
called the McDonald's something. It's like certain situations, like if you're abused as a child, it's called the McDonald's something. It's all these lists of shit as a kid. If something happened to you, you're most likely going to be a serial killer.
Well, it's more than that, though. It's not.
I know,
just,
but they don't know really. But
Yeah.
that's like people are debunking the McDonald theory.
Okay, well,
All right, move on.
how about this second one? The Lobster Boy. The Vicious Crimes of the Lobster Boys. You remember Lobster Boy, American, that season of
American
I don't know
Horror
if you,
Story.
yeah, if you guys have seen it, American Horror Story.
Freak show.
Yeah, and well, apparently there was a real lobster boy named Grady Stiles Jr. He was born in Pittsburgh, 1937, as the latest in the lineage of lobstermen carnival sideshow. So his dad was a lobster boy too.
So he was.
So it ran in the
Lobster Boy and
family?
I was Lobster Dad.
Yeah,
So,
it's a genetic.
I have not seen that.
That's
What makes him the
crazy.
lobster boy?
Show him the picture.
I was really hoping his name was Larry.
Oh,
He was the Mexican lobster boy
that
is
makes
what
sense.
is he was born with basically looks like claws on his hands.
Was
It's
he-
two giant fingers.
Was he living like Larry?
living like Larry?
It's just a
Larry the
deformity.
lobster?
From SpongeBob.
High five.
SpongeBob reference.
Living like Larry.
Wasn't he also deformed on his feet too? Or was
No.
that his dad?
No, neither of them
That's
were.
just you.
What?
Anyways, he
It's
grew.
weird for like a deformity to get passed down through lineages.
Well, it's a genetic, man.
Well,
It's a genetic thing.
even that guy's kid and grandson all have the same thing.
Yeah.
There's one that
well,
works in the circus now.
Well, anyways, he grew up, and he got married. You know, did all the pretty normal things, but he started drinking, and combined his drinking with apparently he was really strong.
I want to know his jerk off method.
That's a good question, actually.
Similar to yours, except he only has two fingers.
Yeah.
That's just all you can use.
Dude, actually, I used 3, so let's get that right.
Got him. He's 3. But anyway,
You really don't need more than that, to be honest with you. You just need a little bit of friction at the top and at the bottom.
Wouldn't this guy? I remember hearing something about this guy. He would choke out his kids wrestling him
well,
with
okay,
his claw,
so
The claw.
the claw.
and the mom would get mad and be like, "Damn it, stop it!"
Okay, well, his drinking, and he was very strong, and his drinking, he became abusive
Yeah,
toward
he
his
was
wife
he
and
was an
children.
R word, bro. Of course he's gonna be strong.
Well,
He
He was a normal fucking person. dude.
Yeah.
You had a birth defect, you fucking.
I mean, people with
You
deformities
insensitive piece of
normally
shit.
have something wrong with their brain.
That is not
That
true
is
at
not
all.
true.
I don't know, man. That's just how I see it. Bro.
Okay. And
Something
that
wrong
is
with his body. Got to be something wrong upstairs too.
and that is cue the sad music.
What a piece of shit.
Who the fuck invited this guy over here?
Anyways, so he
just comes.
God.
I won't stop showing up.
All right, so he became abusive, and anyways, when his daughter became a teenager, she fell in love with a young man that he didn't approve of, and he murdered him, which is as you do, you don't approve of.
Yeah,
You just murder
it's
him.
only natural.
He murdered his daughter's fiance in cold blood on the eve of their wedding.
Why'd
was
you
jealous.
start to giggle before you read that part?
You gotta
He killed him.
Yeah.
My
Classic.
opinion, I think this guy had something going on with his daughter.
He was bugging.
What? No.
I mean, they are circus.
No, keep going with
folks.
this. It helps my case.
Yeah. Anyways, so at his trial, he admitted his act with no remorse whatsoever, but pointed out that he couldn't possibly be in prison because no jail would properly accommodate his disability. He was subsequently let off with 15 years probation and allowed to return home.
And then he kills again.
On a serious note, I would think if you do something heinous like that, you kind of lose your right to be accommodated. I mean, you lose every other right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that point.
Huh?
So if you're in a wheelchair and you kill somebody,
Hey, dumb it
too
down a
bad.
little bit and explain it to Dylan.
You better crawl down those stairs. What part of that did you not understand?
All of the big words.
Accommodate? I thought that was a pretty standard word.
All right, so while he was in prison, him and his wife got divorced. Shocker. During the trial for reasons that no one either in the Stiles family or outside of it has been able to understand.
Well, he murdered his daughter's husband to be.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind
exactly.
of reason enough, right?
His first wife agreed to remarry him in 1989. With the one that he beat. And when she returned, the beatings became more severe. And a few years after they remarried, she paid her 17-year-old neighbor, Chris Wyant, $1,500 to shoot and kill him.
She was sleeping with that boy.
Damn, that's all life is worth. 1,500.
Yeah, that's all. Oh, you just got to shoot him?
Life has been lost for a lot less than that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Unfortunately.
I watched something about this. They actually lived in like a circus carnival trailer park, and they lived down the road from a hairy woman and all that stuff.
It's a,
So the
a
person
carny
that killed
community.
him
Yeah.
was also a carny.
Hey, crazy, but at the beginning of the story, I said he was part of a carnival.
I know. I'm talking about the person that lived next to him though was a dog boy. I'm talking about they had all the people.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
Nick
Well,
just
yeah.
uncovered this.
The other part of everybody else who was in the carnival was also there.
Hey, did you know he was also part of a carnival?
No, never mind.
So what was the boy's ability? Was he just like a normal boy? Or was-
Ability. They have superpowers, bro. They're at the fucking Umbrella Academy.
So
Next story.
so to wrap this up, after the trial and everything, after she had him killed, because she did get arrested, and not one of them that was involved in it denied that they killed him. They just said that they did it because her quote is, "My husband was going to kill my family," she told the court. I believe that from the bottom of my heart. So she looked at it as she's just protecting her family, which damn, she could have been
She could have been right.
yeah.
He's already killed somebody in a past relationship.
All right.
Well, that got dark. Let's move this on to the next story.
All right.
I want to see that picture.
Have you? So the last, I think I'll do one more. The last one is the woman who survived the Titanic and 2 other shipwrecks.
Yeah, Rose.
Yeah.
No, it was Daisy.
No, her name was Violet Jessup, and she was either the luckiest or unluckiest woman to ever live. Because this is a true story, and she was a stewardess on ocean liners who began her career aboard the Orinoco in 1908 at age 21. And she was aboard the Titanic when it went down and survived. And then she was also a stewardess on the Olympic, which is like a sister ship to the Titanic, and it also went down.
Same ways.
Which side
Iceberg
note?
or what? Both of them?
Side note: the conspiracy is that the Olympic was actually the one being sailed that day, not the Titanic.
It was the.
Okay.
The Titan?
So the Olympic,
The
just
Titanic?
to answer your question, Nick, was real quick. Was the Olympic? It collided with a British warship, the HMS Hawk, while the two were passing through a narrow strait.
Mm.
So it was heavily damaged. It didn't go down, but it was damaged. So basically, technically all 3, the shipwreck or those 2 shipwrecks, she survived. And then, let's see.
I liked what Brandon was talking about, the Olympic.
How long in
Yeah.
between was
Supposedly they just
two
painted the
shipwrecks?
Titanic name on it.
Like, did she
That's a
was
really
like
good
2
one.
weeks in between? Was she get done?
No, I mean, it was years between, but
Okay.
still. I mean,
that would have sucked if it was like within a year. You know what I mean? Like, just like,
well, then
It's the next day, bitch.
yeah, exactly. Like, you just got done doing that, and then all of a sudden you just wreck again. You're like, fuck, it's happening again.
Well, then World War I broke out, and she joined the Navy, and she was a Red Cross stewardess
Oh, shut the fuck up.
aboard the HMHS
It's her
Britannic.
fault at that point.
Just stay off ships, man.
Stay off the
It
stay on
sounds like
land.
she's full of bad juju.
Yeah, so it was converted
So
into a.
fuck this bitch, actually.
It was converted into.
Pirates had it right. No bitches on the board. You know what I mean?
It had been converted into a hospital ship and was transported injured soldiers to the United Kingdom when they hit a German mine
Damn.
in the Aegean Sea.
So if it's
Insane.
not a boat, an iceberg, or
It's a mine.
I didn't even know they had
This-
mines in the water. To be honest with you, I watched it in Nemo. I thought that was all games, you know?
No,
Like-
there's yes,
yeah,
do
they
have
drop bombs for play games.
No, like mines, like just like mines in the water, like random mines. They still have that today, like from old.
Yeah, people
Yes.
find them from the world.
Yeah,
the war.
they're still a thing. Yes, underground or underwater mines. They still happen. But let's move on to our
Stop fucking doing that.
let's move on to the last story. All right. America's first supermodel who died in a mental asylum. Have you ever heard
She
of?
got her brains fucked out.
Whoa.
All right.
Too far?
Okay.
How dare you refer to Audrey Munson like that? Anyway, she was a supermodel.
By her name, I would think she was an ugly bitch. And you see it and you're like, damn.
Well, joke's on you because she's a supermodel.
My name's Audrey Munson. I can imagine that.
Was she blonde or brunette?
A librarian
Okay,
Anyway,
I will tell you right now.
or a lunch lady.
She was a supermodel during the Gilded Age. Was a
You're gonna have
renowned
to-
artist, model, clothing model, and film actress whose fascinating tale stands out among a crowded field of similarly interesting
when she
stories.
accused somebody of rape, and they're like, "Well, obviously this bitch is crazy." So
That's not where she belongs.
Whoa.
this-
she
Bitch in
wanted
a
out of
can.
the kitchen, and they're like, "Something's wrong with her."
She don't like cooking? Huh, let's lock this bitch up in a loony.
And I'm moaning.
Oh man. Sorry.
Stop slapping your fucking
Okay.
lips.
Anyways, the
He's gotta
spider.
get the dick taste out of his mouth. Go ahead.
Oh, he's savoring.
Okay, the spider fame. All right.
He's savoring it.
Despite her fame, Munson received little compensation and was not able to save up enough to support herself after her star has faded.
How old was she?
21.
When her star faded?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Hey,
pedos
she's
back
getting
then,
too
huh?
old, man.
Well,
Hey,
that was back
she
in
was
the day,
great.
so I guess it was like
Yeah,
15.
14 was grade,
Yeah.
grade A marrying material.
Look at that. There's no hair on that vagina.
For real, man. Every like rock star back in the day had like songs about like 15-year-old girls and stuff like that. Like they named them after them. and
That's
stuff like
way
Okay.
after this.
Well, she was obviously not a very good person because she blamed her downfall on Jewish people. And her outspoken
Anti-Semitic?
anti-Semitism led her so far as to contact the U.S. House of Representatives, insisting that they create a law that would protect her from the Hebrews.
that. Yeah, you need to be protected from them.
Yeah.
They're vicious people.
Plot twist. She was Hitler's twin sister removed at birth.
That is true.
Or how about this?
No, that is not
What
true.
if she was right?
Okay, Kanye.
Okay. Anyways, at the age of 40, Munson was sent even further upstate to Ogdensburg. It's along the Canadian border. For those of you who do.
It seems like
So,
a Jewish place too. Ogdensburg. You don't like him? We're gonna send you right to him.
It sounds more German
Yeah.
to me.
Sounds like the opposite.
All right.
It sounds like she's right where she needs to be.
What
So-
were you?
They sent her
I
to
was
her
just gonna say,
kind.
what did she get? You jumped to her being 40 and getting moved to another facility. What did she get admitted for
No,
in
not
the
moved
first
to-
place?
Not moved to another facility.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. She was 40 when all this happened. When her star faded. It's when she was an actress, and when she became not to be so, famous, she got mad and blamed it on the Jews.
Kanye.
I mean, they kind of run everything, so she's blaming it on the right people, but
On the juice? OJ?
She went like South Park and blamed it on Canada.
yeah.
Yeah. It.
Yeah,
So,
with their flapping little heads.
yeah. Well, okay, so she's 40 now. All right. And she was sent further upstate to Ogdensburg along the Canadian border. There, she would reside at St. Lawrence State Hospital, where she would live for many years.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting at. You said she got sent to another facility. What'd she get admitted for in the first place?
All right, so apparently she got sent in the first place. She started demonstrating signs of mental illness, such as her insistence on being known as Baroness Audrey Mary Munson.
I was like, okay,
Twice?
that's normal nowadays.
Munson,
Like
Munson.
people
We'll get
change their name.
Baroness?
Yeah, it's Baroness. Baroness.
Baroness?
Baroness. Yeah, that's it.
What was she inspired by?
Baroness.
those
That
names?
makes sense. It's like a baron.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Duh.
Oh, just an identity
So-
reassignment. That's
well-
normal nowadays.
Well, she demanded that everybody call her by that, or call her by that name and only that name and the full name. You couldn't just come up to her and say, "Hey, Barry."
So she was ahead of her time in that way. If she was just born in 2023, she would be okay. She wouldn't be getting put in no mental institution.
Well, obviously.
I mean, was this
Well,
like?
Baroness is a title, not a name.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody who's like, you know what? I never went to medical school, but you will address me as doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm an imbecile, so I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it was just like her made up word.
You were
name.
imbecile?
Well,
Imbecile? Yeah. Imbecile.
well,
Imbecile.
you mix that with the fact that she blamed the Jews for her not being a movie star anymore.
Understanding?
And I'm assuming that's why she got sent to a mental institution. But she lived in this mental institution for many years. And towards the tail end of her life, the hospital threw Audrey out to make room for incoming patients and moved her to a nearby nursing home. Audrey Munson eventually ended up back in the rooms at St. Lawrence, where she died at the age of 104.
Where's St.
Damn,
Lawrence
that's
at?
an old bitch.
She probably touched herself to Mein Kampf.
Her story...
Well, this was before that.
Wait.
So
Oh,
yeah,
it's 1800s.
that's what happened to America's first supermodel.
So
I think so, right? What was the time frame on that?
I didn't.
Hold up. Is it about the 1920s?
Okay.
1920s to World War One. So
Okay, so that's before Mein Kampf.
yeah.
Yes.
Where was that place located?
Yeah, Mein Kampf was still in development at that time.
Yeah.
She was New York City. She was born in Rochester
Oh.
in 1891. So yeah.
She was a city girl.
So that was the story of the first city girl. Yep, America's first supermodel. That's what became of her.
Well, just real quick though, she did die at 104, so it is still possible that she touched herself to Mein Kampf.
That is true. And she is still 104. She died when she was 104, so there is a possibility that she's still alive today.
we need to get
Yeah.
do
She's
a,
on
have
the
a
island.
seance.
She's in
Contact her.
Argentina with the rest of the
Are you-
Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah.
104?
9!
Don't they believe like Hitler went out there and he lived there with them for like
What?
Yeah.
In New York?
Okay.
That, yeah. No. Argentina. He's talking about my comment.
yeah.
Okay.
I believe all the bigwigs for the Nazi party has fled to Argentina.
Why Argentina?
All showed up there.
What's special about Argentina?
I think it's-
Have you
That's
been
just
there?
where
It's
they-
beautiful.
Well, also, it's. I don't think you
Have
can.
you been
Despite
there?
the Nazi flags everywhere.
That's where they decided to retire.
Well,
If you got hate
we
in
do
your heart,
have-
let it out.
Another
Okay.
story here if you want me to bring
Ain't
it up.
that a place that you go and
Wait.
you can't come back? Like if you're a prisoner, there's no what's that? What's
no,
that
that's called purgatory, dumbass.
No, fuck you. What's that called? Like they can't transfer you back if you're a prisoner.
Extradition.
So is that
No
Argentina?
extradition laws.
Yeah.
Extra.
Probably no extradition in
Yeah.
Argentina. But this is very important.
Okay.
Dustin has a callback
Oh yeah.
to a previous episode.
Ooh.
So we recently. My bad. I gotta get back
Are you about to read this? Like so we recent.
All right, so we got an update from a previous episode. We talked about it. I have to say it's probably one of our most funniest episodes in my opinion. And it was a clip, so if you guys want to go see it, it's called Justin Roiland Text. You can go watch it on YouTube. It's like 8 minutes. It was pretty funny. He did it in an Asian accent through text, so I liked it. I thought it was hilarious. But we do have an update on the case, and his charges were dropped. So all
Who?
Justin Roiland.
You know, yeah, the Rick and Morty dude that we talked about, his text,
Oh.
and we put out a separate video.
Yeah, they dropped him due to insufficient evidence.
Yeah, so he was cleared of all charges. And we do have a statement that he put out. So if you guys want me to read that. I have always known these claims were false, and I've never had any doubt that this day would come. I was thankful that this case has been dismissed, but at the same time, I am still deeply shaken by the horrible lies were reported about me during this process. Most of all, I'm disappointed so many people were so quick to judge without knowing the facts, based solely on the word of an embittered ex trying to bypass due process and have me canceled. It may have succeeded even partially, and it's shameful. However, now that the legal case has ended and I'm determined to move forward and focus both on my creative projects and restoring my good name. Restoring.
So it sucks that they used. I mean, I feel like he's telling the truth, and so
You want him to tell the truth.
no. Well, so
Yeah, we read different texts.
Oh, really?
But it just makes it's fun. It's unfortunate that they used his name, but that would be. I mean, that was pretty hilarious. Well, it's funny. Obviously, whoever wrote it was very funny. So that I guess that's against him, huh? Because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So is the claim
Everything that he
those
said to
texts
his
weren't
fans
actually
were
his?
like, no, it was his, but he was like, pretty much, they couldn't like take him to jail for it. He was just being funny in text, so he wasn't like
To underage women?
he didn't say nothing that would like imply that he was trying to hook up with them. He was literally just the
did
things that we
say
talked about
something.
is the things that he said.
He asked him about schoolwork. He goes, "Oh, schoolwork? Oh, so sorry." And he started talking about their sex life, right?
no, he didn't. We'd
we
covered.
covered everything he said.
I thought, well, what? Why was that even brought up then?
Well, just because he's a weirdo.
It was
Don't mean he's
the
a
outrage
pedophile.
was the fact that he was, he
was
was just messing with her, but she happened to be underage. That was basically the gist.
Oh, he didn't ask her anything about no.
No,
sexual,
he did.
okay.
He did say she was a fucking. What did he say?
Why is he
Okay.
randomly texting an underage girl?
That is true.
He said jailbait. That's what he said. He called her jailbait. That's as far as it went.
That is
Why
also
was he
true.
Texting her?
Well, she texted first. It was actually she texted him and then he responded. He likes to do that with his fans. If they text him, he'll randomly respond to some.
I think that was a little far.
There's
Well,
like multiple
he
fans that came out with like their text from Justin Roiland, and he texts pretty much with like guys and girls. So it's just saying like specifically
It
girls.
So did Jared from Subway.
Well, no, it just sounds like he needs to be.
Yes.
No, it sounds like he just needs to be more careful.
About what he does.
Yeah.
I agree with
Didn't
you.
he ask that?
It was,
producer-
he shouldn't have been texting them in the first place. I agree, but I'm just saying, like, the stuff he said, we read it. It was pretty funny, in my opinion. He talked with an Asian accent through text. I thought that was hilarious. Brandon did a
Well,
great job doing that.
Those who follow this podcast, they know that, and it was very, very good. If I do say so myself,
Yeah.
I'm not biased or anything.
One of our funniest moments on the
Yeah, truth
podcast.
be
So go
told, I
watch
hate
that.
you guys.
Justin Roiland text on YouTube.
Not biased, just bi-curious.
All right.
That's what we do here. We wrap everything, we put everything in a bow, and we make sure that everybody learns what they're supposed to learn in their life.
Steven, rap now.
Traffic.
Looking for my chapstick.
There's a Ford Maverick.
Looking. Oh, you fucked that up, bro.
Messing with me, that's tragic. That's it.
Bars.
That's $1 million track right
Yeah.
there.
Bars.
Put a beat on it.
So we do have another story if you guys want me
Ooh,
to.
Dustin has another story. Let's hear it.
Amanda Bynes. She was
Dude,
put
Did I
in
do
a under a 72-hour psychiatric hold on Sunday. What the fuck happened over
that
there?
was Steve Urkel. Define that. Completely
Wrong
two
show,
different
bro.
people.
No, but anyway, she had a manic episode and she got naked and was running around on the streets being crazy, and then pretty much like came to and had the ability to like use somebody's phone and call and say, "Hey, I'm having a manic episode. Can you come get me?" So she did the right thing in that moment. You know what I mean? She, like when she like came out of the manic episode, she was like, "Hey, let me get to a phone. Tell them where I'm at. I need to get picked up." So then she went back into her manic episode and apparently did some more crazy shit. And then
She
finally...
pushed pause on it for a
Yeah,
second.
exactly what she did. She was like, "Hey, wait! I know I'm being crazy right now. Let me call somebody." So that's basically what she did. I have to say, she does look like a Mexican lady now, but
At least she's
still
self-aware.
fine as hell.
What do
She's
you
still
mean?
self-aware.
Have you seen the?
Are you implying Mexican ladies aren't fine?
Are you playing Mexican
for
ladies?
a white lady playing a Mexican lady? I mean, she looks pretty good doing it. She could do it.
Are you implying Mexican ladies only have tattoos on their face?
No, you
What
see
are you
a
talking
picture
about?
of
Is this a role? Where did you
No,
get
she
this
just-
Mexican lady thing
It's
from?
like it's the
That's what she looks like.
Draw it on
yeah.
eyebrows.
It's like an Instagram post that she posted. It's a picture of her, and she's like,
mustaches.
no, she's
She looks like that now. She like does her eyebrows
She's
and then like
like
she's
goth.
got
She's
black
more-
hair and
she's
everything.
more of a goth style.
Yeah, but she looks like Tina.
So Mexican.
So I think she pulls it. She pulls it off for being a white bitch, pretty much. So I give her all the props in the world.
Why?
Cause I want to fuck her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might hear this one day, and I want her to know that I only showed her in the good light.
Hey, I just want to point out how you said
I'm in the highness.
how you said Mexican girl, but when you were talking about Men of Bynes, you said white bitch.
Say that one more time.
I'm just fucking with you.
She's gonna show up at your door going, Amanda, please.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Excuse me, my white queens. No.
Our topic was
He makes love to Mexican ladies, but he fucks white bitches.
Preach, Brandon, preach. I just have to say they're good women. You know what I mean? They know how to keep a household clean
who?
and tidy, and they cook very well.
Wow.
And they cook very well.
Fabuloso.
And I love the smell of Fabuloso. So what can I say?
Yes, señor.
Fabuloso and tostadas.
No.
Hey, are we?
Dustin eats to the table like John Goodman and Family Guy.
So you can have whatever's left. But there's never anything left.
All right. It's Dylan. It's your time to shine, man.
He's
About
just
that
writing
time.
Nazi symbols over here on his book.
Okay, ready?
Swastikas everywhere.
We're gonna. Okay, I'm gonna hit the drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Dylan's Rando. Bring on those facts.
All right. We're back at it again with another Dylan's Rando.
Check this shit out.
Go ahead.
Okay. Y'all heard? Okay. So, you know Jack Black.
Yes.
Yeah, like-
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
Over like 160 movie credits. Tenacious D.
Yes. Some would say we're best friends.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
So you know him. Okay, but did you know his mother? Who actually is probably more impressive.
Yes. I do. Actually, I do know this.
Do you?
Yep.
Oh, Judith Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
She was an aerospace engineer
Yep.
and helped write the code that brought the Apollo 13 astronauts back to Earth safely. Safely.
Yeah. That I did know that actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. She was a.
Helped make the abort guidance system.
She had a genius IQ. She
Mhm.
has a genius IQ.
Yeah. She also did a lot of work on the Hubble telescope.
Yep.
That's pretty
I'm Dylan's
impressive.
hype man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's what happened.
In your face.
This bitch was smart.
When he starts doing his facts, he looks like he's tweaking. He's like, you guys know why.
And this was what happened.
Okay,
But
what's-
she also took a computer printout of a problem she was working on for NASA. And she ended up figuring out the problem. And then, same day, gave birth to Jack Black.
I mean, that's not as impressive as
Yeah, and the same thing she had.
Jumanji.
What do you
What-
mean?
She had to
It's not
present.
as impressive as a pick of destiny.
Yeah,
man.
she had a presentation, and she didn't want to miss it, and so she
Brought to
had.
work with her.
Yep.
That's a bad bitch, dude.
Yep. And then gave birth to a
So, what did his dad do?
incredibly talented dude. He also, I believe, did work with NASA.
Because girls are players too.
Tom-
Yeah, but he was
Tom
just a
Si-
janitor.
His name was Tom Siegel. You know, and sometimes he would go and, you know, they would have a problem on the board, and he would go and solve it for them.
Is that Good
All right.
Will Hunting? No.
What's the second fact?
Okay.
That's Dylan's go-to. Yeah, doing a problem on the board.
Have y'all... Everybody here has seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yep.
No.
No? Okay, well, they have a... there's a character in it. He's a recruit. His name is Half Sack. Well, in real life, his name is Johnny Lewis. And I guess he had problems with mental...
Oh, yeah, he's the one who's
Mental
dating
problems.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, yeah. Yes.
Yes, that is him. Okay, continue.
Okay.
You know more about this story than you do?
Well, this guy...
I did not know that.
Dylan's like,
Mental
what
illness.
the fuck?
and drug problems. Well, he ended up going to this little, like, what do you call it? Like a getaway for like actors and stuff. It was ran by this 81-year-old girl named Catherine Lewis, I believe is her last name.
She has the same last name as him.
I think so. let me correct myself.
While he's looking this up, let's take a
Do a
break.
quick Google.
We need to vet that right now.
Okay, sorry. Catherine Davis.
Catherine Davis.
It's close.
Catherine,
you stem the confusion.
Lewis.
Davis, Lewis, it's in the same family.
Their last names were all Lewis.
Same shit. Well, anyways, okay. Well, he was staying with her, and he went crazy one day, and then ended up beating her to death, and then beating her cat to death,
What a nice guy.
and then jumping off the 2-story balcony and killing himself.
What?
2-story balcony and killed himself.
Yeah, I don't know how
Must
this
have
like,
jumped
no,
head
not the
first.
balcony. I'm sorry, the roof. The roof.
Okay.
The roof, guys. The roof.
2-story roof.
I guess that killed him.
How does he?
I wouldn't think
Did
that-
he
I
like
think he was
dive into
fucked
the
up,
ground? I
but-
don't understand how that.
No.
I thought it was a pool.
No, see what happened was he jumped off and he stuck into the ground like a nail, like in cartoons, you know?
Oh, he didn't have the roll, huh?
Yeah.
He wasn't taught the roll
Yeah,
like
he,
I was.
He didn't do the roll, man. But yeah. Anyways,
That's crazy. That
yeah,
is.
he went crazy, and this is all before they wrapped up filming Sons of Anarchy.
I have to say, fucking Marilyn Manson did a great job on that show. As far as like his character, because I feel like he hit that character on the head. That's just him, you know.
He was in one episode.
Yeah, it wasn't a character; it was just him. He was just being himself.
In that one episode, in that one scene, he did amazing.
Yeah.
I just giving this guy props, man.
Best 8 seconds of my life.
Yeah,
Just brung that to my head.
he did. He's like, oh, everybody's probably like, oh man, he's a real person.
Wasn't Bill Burr on that episode too? Like, wasn't a bunch of comedians on that shit?
Why do you say it? Marilyn Manson was not a comedian. He was a
I
singer.
know. I'm saying while other people showed up on that show, but you bring up Marilyn Manson.
Bill Burr. He was in
It was
Breaking
towards
Bad.
the end, so
Breaking
like,
Bad,
it was
okay,
one
yeah.
of the more
Same
memorable
difference.
scenes.
Okay, first, same difference. You can leave right now. Just leave.
Oh, because one of the shows is really awesome. The other one kind of sucked balls.
No, they're both really awesome. First of
Pretty
all,
damn good shows. You better watch yourself, mate.
all right. Well, I think we're gonna end it on that. Everybody have a very fantastic rest of your Thursday afternoon,
Did you like
or
my-
whatever Thursday time, or whatever time you watch this. I hope the rest of your time after that time is wonderful.
And glorious.
Well, are you gonna give a?
And I hope you come out of this listening to this a better person.
And if you
Smarter-
like listening to this
smarter
and
person.
you got something out of it, go support the Patreon. It's only $2. You get exclusive content and much more. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Everything Rapscallion Podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you're notified every time we release a new episode. All right, guys.
Peace.
Until next time.
Don't
Peace.
be a hoe and leave 5 stars.
Thank you for listening to the Rapscallions podcast.